Hi fellow Webflowers, this is the fifth part of this multi-step tutorial where I'm going to show you how to build this website. If you're new to this, you'll find the link to the playlist in the description. So in the last video we have built this hero section, and in this video we are going to build the marquee section. So without further ado, let's jump on my screen and start. So let's start with a look into our Figma file so you can see what we are going to build. So in the Figma file, you can see here's the hero, and this is the end of the hero once you've scrolled. And to see our marquee, I will just hide this one for now. Now you can see, actually, we just have two lines of text. The one is filled, the one is outlined, and it says get paid in advance. And in between, we have this little icon that we are already using in the logo and that we are using here in the buttons. Back to Webflow. I've prepared the marquee section already for you, and I will just paste it here and walk you through it to speed up everything a little bit. So as you can see, here I have it. One thing that I've changed is the Z index, and the final one, we will put that to 0, so it will stay behind our hero section. But for now, to work on it, we will put it on 0, on Z index 1, so we can see it. So here we have our section. It's called Marquees, and I give it a padding of 5 em. And a width of 100%. It's positioned absolute, and it has a top distance of 90 viewport height. We need that so we have enough space to scroll through this section. And if I'm going to go here and add another dummy section, and let's give this dummy section a height of something like 200 viewport height, something like this. Now you will see that I'm able to scroll through this section, and if I turn on the preview mode, you can see what's happening. That is happening because of this viewport height of 90. If I turn that to something like 20, you don't even, yeah, it's on top of it, yeah. So that was kind of trial and error to find out which was the right value. I decided with a viewport height of 90, it just looks right. And so furthermore, so let's go through it. We have another wrapper here that's called Marquee. This one has a bottom margin of 12 em. We will need this bottom margin later. So otherwise the entire section will just lay over the next section that will come. It's on position relative. It has a Z index of -1. So it will disappear behind this blue box. And here I also rotated the entire marquee. You can see if I turn this to 0, it's just horizontal, and I've used -6 degrees. And within this, we have a marquee wrap. This marquee wrap actually, is just on display flex. It is aligning everything to center, and it's on justify start. It has a width of 100% and a height of 80 em, and it's overflow hidden, because if we don't use overflow hidden, we will probably get a lot of horizontal scroll later on the page. So we need overflow hidden here. It's position relative, and it has a Z index of 200. So within there, now we find a marquee row and some custom CSS. We will have a look in this custom CSS just in a second, but for now, let's have a look at this marquee row. So here in this marquee row, you can see we have those items. Those items actually, this is the text. That's the text get paid in advance, and this is the icon. So every second one has this combo class is outline. You can see it's that text here that it's outlined. There is no native option to make text outlined in Webflow. We need a little bit custom CSS code for that, but it's very easy actually. You can see here I have the class is outline, and yeah, we just need a WebKit background clip. Is text, that's all you need, and that's the WebKit stroke, that's the outline. And I decided to go with 1 pixel, and that's just the salmon color we are using there, so quite easy. And yeah, now this is repeating. So this is the one that is filled, that's the one that is outlined, here's another one that is filled, and here's another one that is outlined, but currently we can't see it because it's out of the viewport. So let's have a look at our custom CSS for this marquee animation. It's actually pretty simple. If I take away this comment and save it, you can see the marquee is already running. And with this first thing here, we are targeting this marquee row. So that's the wrapper that contains our childs with the text and the icon. We give it a position of absolute and white space no wrap. If you want to know what's happening without this white space no wrap, just let's comment it out and let's have a look. You can see everything now looks pretty strange. The text lies over each other, so no wrap is taking care about that. That was wrong. And here actually we have an animation. Animations are something like CSS transitions, but on steroids, because with keyframes, you can use keyframes for it. And with keyframes, you can have delays in CSS animations, or you can animate stuff after each other. So it's pretty cool if you are not into keyframe animations with CSS yet. Let me know in the comments below. If you want to know, I can make a future video about it. So how does an animation, a keyframe animation actually work? So you can see this blue thing here. We have it twice. Marquee row 1, that's just an identifier. You can use whatever you want here. It doesn't have to be the exact name than this class. You can use whatever. So we say we want the animation to use within this class, and yeah, here we have a timing, and here we have an easing. We use the easing linear, and you can use something like infinite if you want to loop it all the time. So actually pretty easy syntax. And here we have the keyframe for it. So here you can see we use again the name of our animation, and we animate it from this value to this value. And what we're doing here, we are just giving it an CSS transform on the x-axis, so on the horizontal axis, and we transform it from 0 to -50, and we are repeating this infinitely. Yeah, exactly. So that's what's actually happening here. That's all what is happening. And if you compare it with the design, you can see we only have like 1 row here. We want, of course, at the end, we want 3 rows here. So let's copy this row and change the direction in the next step. And yeah, that's what we are going to do now. So we need to copy our marquee wrap. I'm going to copy it already 2 times, and now you can see the entire text is running into the same direction, and I want the second one to move from left to right, and I want different duration for all 3 of it. So that's what we are going to do now, and actually that's pretty easy. We just have to go into our CSS, and we have to change this from 0 to -50, oops, from -50, and we can use 0 here, and we can change the timing here to something like, let's say 40 seconds, And if we are going to save this, you can see nothing is happening because I have to make some more changes here. We have to change this class because now we are targeting the first one and we don't want to do that. We call this Marquee row 2, and just to be safe, we change this one here as well. I'm going to save that, and we are going to rename this to Marquee row 2, and now you can see it runs into the other direction, and we are going to repeat this here as well. Marquee row 3, and if we go into this CSS, we have to change this one here as well, and let's try something here like I don't know, 30 seconds maybe. And now you can see it is running, and you can see it is running even though I'm not I didn't change the name of the animation. Seems to work, but just to stay consistent, I'm going to change it as well. And yeah, now you can see this is actually already running. And what we still have to do, we have to change this z-index again. Now you can see that it's kind of hidden. Yeah, that's why. It's because it needs z-index 0. So that wraps it up for today. We have built the Marquee section for this project, and in the next video we are going to build this section. I will show you how to animate this text. I will show you how to animate these icons. So if this was the first video you were watching, click here to get to the first video of this multi-part series. And as always, stay in the flow.